Hello, hello, hello. So I'm out on the streets for a very special reason. Today I wanted to talk about video made easy, prompted by a question that I get asked a lot and a question that I saw in a group that I'm in. So I'm live streaming on day 90 something of 365 days of lives. Now, if you think about live streaming videos, whichever platform you're using, whether it's here on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, or maybe you're live streaming because you're running or hosting a webinar or a masterclass online, even though each platform has got a slightly different nuance, the underpinning, the nuances, of the actual live streaming are similar. It's the reason why, and I had somebody ask me a few weeks ago something about a platform that I've actually never ever been on, and I said I can't advise you on the platform, it's not one I'm familiar with at all, but I can advise you on the underpinning elements of how to get the best out of that platform. And the reason for that is because remember that I specialise in visibility, in helping people to be visible. That's what makes a difference. So I thought I would just share a couple of little nuggets today, because I realised that over the years I have live streamed like thousands of live streams now, and there's a lot of things that I do in automatic pilot, or for those of you that are in training or learning and teaching in unconscious competence. So let me share a couple of things, because I am quite happy, as I'm doing now, to stream a video live here on the street. I'm literally standing on a street. I'm happy to do it. So there's a couple of things that I know for sure. So the first thing is a majority of my videos and my live streams I will shoot from my camera, as opposed to shooting them from or making them from a computer. Now there's a reason for that. When you use a smartphone, the technology these days in a smartphone, whether you're an iPhone or an Android user, the cameras in them are so great. If you think about it, I'm using the front camera, which is, technically speaking, not the best of the two cameras on a phone. But look at this, I've got no artificial lighting. In fact, it's quite a cloudy afternoon. It's early, going into early evening now, but quite a cloudy afternoon. There you go, nice grey sky there, although it looks quite blue. But the lighting is sufficient. You don't need to carry around any kind of technical stuff or equipment. So the first thing is, when you're live streaming, why would you use a phone over a computer? A, you've got a much better camera, or two much better cameras, and B, so the quality of photo is better, and you actually need less equipment. So that's one thing to consider. The other thing that I realise I do in automatic pilot is it doesn't matter where I go. Now I know this because I've just been somewhere that I've only ever been to twice now, somewhere that I've never been before, and as I was walking around and taking in where things were and looking at nature and watching birds and smiling at people and all those sorts of things, going into cafes, like, this is sad but true, I was like, oh, if I was going to create a video in here, I'd probably stand there. Why? Because, the background's quite cool. This is a cool background. I know that when you're using Zoom and some other technologies now, you can choose a background. But have you ever had that thing where someone moves their head and half of it disappears? So why would you not use that over using it? Well, the reason for it is, in this day and age, especially given sort of how popular selfies and things have been in the last kind of decade, I guess, in this day and age, people want to know that you're for real. As the internet gets more and more crowded, as online space gets more and more busy, there are things that look scammy. And the more polished you show up online, when maybe you're not a big production, you're maybe not like Tony Robbins or you're not Oprah, the more it has people questioning their brain, like, are you for real? So actually, me doing these sorts of videos, I've made a rod for my own back, because I'm known now for making natural videos like this, videos on the go. So if I suddenly, every single video was in a studio, people would go, oh, that's a bit strange. Maybe it looked like an upgrade. It's a bit strange. So wherever you go to, even if you go around to a friend's house, or, you know, if you're at home, if you're in your home office, if you're in a rented office or space, I always advise my clients to look for 3 places where they could happily do a video. And as you can see, I've just chosen this one because it's not in front of the front door of this house, which I want to give the person that lives here privacy, but there's a bit of greenery behind me and I can play around with it. I can move out a bit or I can move back, and it's a fairly kind of innocuous background. It's cool. Obviously, choose your backgrounds wisely. If you wouldn't be live streaming per se, but if you were doing a video or you were on Zoom or Teams and you were doing something work related, maybe going for an interview, do check your background. I hadn't had it loads and loads. People get worried about their kids and cats walking into the background. And I'd say in this day and age, people don't mind that. But what they might mind, and this is true, I remember having a conversation with somebody who was a co-founder of a company. They were actually asking me whether I wanted to work for them and be a presenter, which didn't work for me. And they were in what looked like a loft room. I could see, because their camera angle was like this, so I could see the sloped ceiling, but I could also see the bed behind them that had what I hope was clean washing on it, not dirty washing, but it had like stuff piled up. Now, when you're on camera, we're not going for perfection, although people think perfection is professionalism. You're not going for perfection, but you could just put your dirty laundry around your feet on the floor and nobody would see it. Job done. So it doesn't have to be sculpted or moulded. It looks like my food might have arrived. It doesn't have to be sculpted or moulded or ultra perfect. It just needs to be out of shot, out of sight. Anyway, I could literally wax lyrical about this. I've got a freebie download, so if you're watching this and thinking, what is that? It gives you 12 secrets or 12 places. No, maybe not our food. 12 secrets or 12 secrets of video visibility. So it's a free PDF. It takes like less than 5 minutes to read, and it will have you, it'll have you get everything done. So then the next thing is, if you want to get kind of better at making videos or especially doing live streams, then they're deliberating now about the food. But anyway, I shall carry on and wrap up. But if you are thinking, I'm all right on video, I'm not scared or nervous about it, I just want to get a bit better at it and be a bit more confident, I do have a 5-day video course, which I don't even know if it's still out publicly, but it's like £9 or something ridiculous like that. If you want to get more confident on camera and get better at speaking about various different topics on camera, I teach you lots of different ways, but I don't do it in the way that anyone else I've ever seen has taught video. I do it in a way that's actually fun. So confidence on camera is over 12 days, and you get access to the course for at least a year so that you can become confident on camera. And this is whether you're live streaming, webinaring, TikToking, or whether you're using video for work. We cover various different topics, and there's a reason for each topic. I get you to speak about something that gets you out of thinking of showing up and being perfect on camera, and gets you more into just being able to speak like this. Because if you think about it, I'm doing this whole live script free. All I've got in my hand are my keys. You can't see my arm that's holding my phone, and that's it. And the reason that I choose to do that is a bit like public speaking. When you are tied to notes, you don't come across as authentic or natural. You don't feel good about it, and you can't enthuse the people who are watching, your audience. Green parakeet. You can't engage them in the way that you want to, and this is what makes you feel uncomfortable and not confident on camera, but makes kind of puts a barrier between you and the person you're making the video for. So that's it for today. I mean, there's so much I could share, but if you have heard any of those and you think, oh, I want access to those, just send me a message on here and I'll send you the link for whichever one it is you want. And hopefully you'll be out there being even more confident on camera. So whether you're self-employed, whether you're doing it for work, whether you're thinking of toying with the idea, whether you're in competition with your friends who are on TikTok or your kids or siblings, that's it. Hopefully helpful. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you took away from this. And as always, please share. Until tomorrow, bye for now.